As you can see, locks to the rear, pretty cool. Hey guys, FL guy here. Today we're going to talk about polymer magazines. It's going to be a short video. So as we all know, DSArms makes polymer magazine, 20 round polymer magazines for the FN rifle. I happen to have a bunch of them. I tested them in the last year or so, and I came to a conclusion they are a decent replacement to steel mags. Do they fully replace steel mags? Absolutely not. Steel mags are still the best. Steel mags, however, are hard to get, especially if you want to get a good quality steel mag, such as an Austrian one with witness holes, or a 30 round one, or a Brent style steel mag. They're extremely difficult to obtain nowadays. So the easiest way is to have a polymer mag for a FN rifle that actually works. So let's look at it, how it does. All right, so I got a 3 round mag in here. I'm going to test it out, how it does. I'm going to look at it, does it cycle well? How does it cycle? Does it lock the bolt to the rear? It seats fairly easy, which is kind of cool. And I dialed my gas system down to, I almost closed off the gas port to ensure that it will cycle properly, so the bolt can run over these polymer feed lips and it does not get stuck on it. Just ensure that it functions properly, okay? This mag is over a year old. It was made in 2020, as you can see on this picture. So it's not the newest mag. I have it stored at my home. I had a couple of rounds in there. I used it on and off for the last year. So let's see how it does. Locks into place really easy. Bolt runs over it super easily. All right, 3 rounds. Let's see if the bolt locks to the rear. Bolt does lock to the rear. Mag is still in there. I can take the mag out. The bolt stays to the rear. So yeah, overall, I can't complain about the mag. All right, so as you've seen, the polymer mag does work in the FN rifle. It does cycle. However, there are a number of people that have had issues with these polymer mags, and these issues I'm going to address right now. So one issue that we have, that I heard of and that I've witnessed with a friend of mine, is that the polymer magazine would not seat properly into the rifle. Whenever it was inserted in the rifle, it would get stuck like this and would not properly go in there. Another issue that I've seen is that it will seat. It will take a while to get it in there, but it will eventually seat, but it will not load a bullet into the chamber. That's another issue that I've seen. Third issue that I heard is that the feed lips are way too weak, so that the bullets come out super easily. And there are a few, I wouldn't call them fixes, but a few things on how you can maybe increase the reliability of these polymer mags, especially the ones that don't work well. So number one is, if your mag does not seat, or the feed lips are too weak, or if it's broken or something, ask DSArms to send you a replacement. I talked to their representative at SHOT Show. They're great guys, and they acknowledge that these polymer mags are not the best mags in the world. They're made from a mold. Sometimes the mold is slightly off, or whenever they cut out the top part of the magazine, as you can see on this picture, they sometimes cut it out in a dimension that is slightly off the one that is needed to ensure that this magazine will feed and work properly. So they offer a service to have them replaced. Go for it if your mag does not work. If you have one of the old Gen 1 mags that are absolutely crap, as you've seen in the videos that I did before, go have them replaced. Go ask DSArms for a better one. Another fix that you can do is you can dial the gas system down to close off the gas, to put more pressure on the bolt, so the bolt is forced to run over those feed lips if they are like somewhat-ish slightly out of spec, or not out of spec is the wrong word, but there's some like intolerance between the feed lips and the receiver. And yeah, closing off the gas system might help make the bolt run over these or over the magazine, and it help feed the new round into the mag. So yeah, overall, it's an okay mag. It works well for your first FN. If you can, get steel mags 100%. But if not, have 1 or 2 of these in your range bag so you can go for training and you have something that works. One tip that I always have for everybody or anybody that runs FN mags, ensure that your spring is maintained, that you clean it, and sometimes you want to stretch that spring and put it back in there, okay? Because the springs on these mags, no matter if they're steel or polymer, if they're new or old, wear out over time. It's an easy fix. My uncle who fought in Rhodesia, he did this exact same thing. Whenever he maintained these magazines, that was like every couple months, took the spring out, stretched the spring, put the spring back together into the mag, okay? Cool. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. Baie dankie en tot volgende keer weer. Dan praten we ons oor die Suid-Afrikaanse LM5 geweer. Next video about the South African LM5 rifle.